Team 1, Apple, take 1.
Oh man, howdy folks, howdy. I don't know what's up with bikers. Bikers seem to be really special. There's an element about you guys that just isn't legal. And it doesn't seem to matter whether it is a bicycle or a motorcycle or an e-bicycle motorcycle. In our first story this morning, we got coming up, some kids, we call them kids. They should be called juvenile delinquents. They should be called thugs. They should be called thugs because that's what they were doing, thugging. And they beat the shit out of a 60-year-old man, ganged up on him, and it seems that they're having all kinds of problems with these e-bike thugs. I don't know what happens when men get on two wheels. It's like nobody likes us. Nobody likes you. They don't like y'all. Everybody likes me, but nobody likes y'all, you bikers, because you just don't be doing shit right. You don't do shit right. You don't do anything right. Anyway. Today on Black Dragon Biker TV, we're looking at a disturbing and fast-growing trend in American cities. Teenage e-bike gangs terrorizing communities with random attacks. And this time, it was all caught on video because y'all keep doing shit on video out in the world so everybody can see. It's horrible. A shocking clip out of Hermosa Beach shows a pack of teenagers on e-bikes violently beating a man in an alley outside a pizza shop for absolutely no reason. This incident has locals outraged, police scrambling, and the biker community asking, where are the parents? Anyway, we'll look at it. We'll check it out. Also, a story sent to us by one of our longtime supporters and channel watchers and one of the subscribers to the show, Moto Gato. This is about noise cameras. Noise cameras are coming after loud exhausts. And now you guys remember the speeding cameras, and now they've added a sound element to them. Motorcycles are going to be especially in the crosshairs of these noise cameras. We're going to be taking a look at that. And also a poor bastard. You know, you guys go see all those, motorcycle stunts at the circus and stuff, all them people riding in the barrel. And you wonder, like, man, these guys are so good. Like, have you ever seen one of those mess up? Like 15 motorcycles in a barrel, and they're all riding around this cage at looks like 60 miles an hour, and they're crisscrossing and all this stuff. Have you ever wondered, like, gee, I wonder what happens if one of those things doesn't go right? Oh, shit. Do they die? Well, yes, they do. And oh my God, we're going to be looking at a poor bastard who actually killed himself in one of those shows. You think those shows are like perfect? I guess they ain't. Anyway, we will be checking that out in a minute and 7 seconds. Thank you guys all for tuning in with me for so many years since 2016. We'll be back in a minute and 7 seconds after this brief introduction with this story, these stories this morning. E-bike gang of juvenile thug-ass delinquents beats a man, a 60-year-old man, damn near to death. Back in a minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books, then you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Part of the Navy, the Reverend Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform going for. They're the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid his dues and the artist stripes. For the prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters. There have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News, he's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News, just self-educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News, he covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Well, alrighty then. It's your boy Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And I would like to introduce my co-hosts, as we are the only Biker News and MC Protocol channel in the entire world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house. Hey, man, what's up?
Oh, my mic wasn't on. Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, Black Dragon?
I was waiting for you.
Absence of Lavish, he says, what's up? He's on his way to school. Keep it logical. Hey, in the house. Okay. You know my phone. I didn't know I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I was like, okay, he's got me out here. I got to do something to wow, everybody. You know, when you're old, you don't know how to dance anymore. Like these moves were something in my day, but they're nothing now. Don't make me do that anymore. Please.
I didn't make you do that. That was a subject you brought up and you started.
Don't make me do that anymore.
You're old now.
Man, check it out.
I'm not even gonna say anything about it.
These e-bike thugs, man. How
old are these guys? Because I get ran over in my neighborhood by these kids out here on these doggone e-bikes.
They beat a 60-year-old man's ass damn near to death.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's go without any further ado. Let's get right on into these people. Action. And get some sound. Here we go. Action.
Unprovoked beating caught on camera. Tonight, police in Hermosa Beach looking for a group of men riding electronic bikes who did it.
And this isn't the first time police and packs of e-bike riders have faced off. Our Nicole Comstock is live in Hermosa Beach with the very latest on the attack. Nicole?
Well, you know, people tell us what these teens on e-bikes are doing is essentially targeting people at random, surrounding them with those bikes, and then either harassing or assaulting them. And many believe that they're being protected, even though they're seriously hurting people because they're minors. The brutal beating caught on camera in this Hermosa Beach alley Friday night was so violent. We're not showing the full video. All you need to know is it was 6 against 1.
Wow.
A man in his 60s walking home with a slice of pizza against 6 suspected teenagers riding e-bikes. It ended with that man being stomped on the ground.
He was fighting back as best as he could, but you could tell that he was going to be facing severe injuries, and he needed to have a medical assistance there.
Good Samaritan Matt Terrell prioritized saving the man's life. He called 911 and knelt at his side to assess his injuries.
They immediately transferred me over to the ambulance, the actual live ambulance team that was on the way, so that they could get prepped for what was going on.
He says the man was hospitalized with a serious concussion.
Oh my God.
Hermosa Beach police say they are investigating the assault, but some neighbors are skeptical.
It is pervasive, and it continues to go on without any form of recourse.
They say they've reported the increasingly dangerous encounters with these teens on e-bikes to police, like the time they allegedly launched fireworks at people on the pier. And then there was this.
It was actually a friend of mine who was on his Vespa, and the e-bike kids were all coming after him with big stones and rocks and throwing things at him and trying to swerve in front of him to get him to crash his Vespa.
But they say the teens never face any consequences, and many worry if this isn't put to a stop, an innocent person could be killed.
All of a sudden, I got whacked on the back of the head, bleeding profusely, concussion.
He's 60-something.
14 staples.
Hart Cardoza says an e-bike gang surrounded his car 3 weeks ago, stabbed his tires, and cracked his head with a collapsible baton.
Oh my God.
In the same area of Friday's attack. And no update, he says, from investigators on whether or not they've caught anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt there are more of us out there that just haven't reported, or like he said, that, I tried to report it and there's no follow-up.
And the police department told us over the phone tonight that they are working on another press release with some new information that they think should be coming out sometime tomorrow. Neighbors in town tell local kids they think they should be pretty easy to catch too, especially since it appears that some of them are calling each other by name in that attack on Friday that was caught on multiple security cameras. Reporting live in Hermosa Beach, Nicole Comstock, CBS LA.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole.
Done warming up.
Wow. Damn.
That's in where is that at? What
Let
state?
me kill the mic there.
Hermosa
Damn.
Beach. Hermosa Beach.
Hermosa Beach. Where's that? Florida? I don't know where Hermosa Beach is. I think it's in Florida, maybe. But it could be California. I don't know where the hell Hermosa Beach. Well, it doesn't take long to find out.
California.
Is it California? Thank you.
Yep.
I should have known that. Wow. That's crazy because
e-bike gangs give motorcycles a bad name.
Listen, I will kill your child. You better get them. You better get your children. I'll lay your child down. I'll lay your 17-year-old down on the ground. I don't mind. You know why it wasn't Florida? I'm going to tell you why it wasn't Florida. You know why it wasn't Florida, don't you?
No, I don't know why.
We could have said this is not Florida. We could have said this is not Florida in an instant. This is only California.
Why?
We can say that this is nowhere in the South. We can honestly say
ride e-bikes in California and Florida. But why?
We can honestly say that this is not in Texas. This is not in Oklahoma. This is not in Georgia. This is not in Florida. We can say that conclusively. And Stuart said it right here. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart said it right here because it's hard to carry in California. That's why. It's damn near impossible to carry in California.
Okay, I got you.
It's damn near impossible. I was one of the few people who had a concealed carry permit that I knew the whole time I was in San Diego. I had a concealed carry permit because I had a part-time job teaching traffic school, and I collected money, cash money at the traffic school, and I was able to get a concealed carry permit in 1989, all the way up to 1995. I was able to hold a concealed carry permit. And the minute I stopped teaching traffic school and I tried to rearrange that permit, they were like, hell no, bro. You will not carry concealed in California. But I carried concealed for 6 years there. As a young Navy, I was in the Navy at the time, teaching traffic school. I was a young black man. But it didn't matter who you weren't carrying, especially in San Diego, unless you had some sort of something like me where you was collecting cash or something like that. Period. End of story. And then you could only carry 3 guns. You could only have 3 guns. Any one of those 3 guns could be concealed. They all had the serial number block. You couldn't just carry a concealed gun. You had to carry the concealed gun they gave you permission to carry. And you only had 3.
I mean, wait a minute. Okay, so they specify
Yeah,
What
you
you
couldn't carry a 45. You couldn't okay, you can carry, okay, hey, can I borrow your 45? I need to go somewhere. No, it had to be your 45 with your serial number on it. And if the cop was checking you, he would check your concealed carry permit and check the serial numbers of the 3 guns that were on there, and to see if you had any gun other than the concealed carry permit gun you were authorized, then you were, in violation of the law. But unlike the South, you could carry it in nightclubs and stuff. You could take it to bars and stuff. Unlike the South, you can't take it in those places, but you couldn't drink. You could go to the bar with it, but you couldn't drink while you had it, which was cool. Because whenever I'd go to the bar and they would search me down or whatever, I'd be like, hey, here's my concealed carry permit. I was so cool to be the only guy in the bar with a gun. The only guy in the no gun zone. I don't do no gun zones. I don't do gun-free zones. The only place you're going to get me in a gun-free zone is an airport or a court. No gun-free zone shit. Because if you're in a gun-free zone, the bad guy got one and you don't. That ain't no good, man.
Well, I'm glad you said what I don't want to say. I'm glad
So
you
that's
said
how-
what
that's-
you said what I
was in
want.
California. That's why we know you got a 60-year-old guy surrounded by a whole bunch of damn thugs beating the shit out of him, and he has no recourse except to die. That's his only recourse, is to stand there and
No,
die.
that's not his own recourse. Whether you have a sidearm or not, you can protect yourself.
Listen, bro, you're not no karate in the world. If I have my cane, if I've got my cane, I might stand a chance. I can drop 2 or 3 of them with some nice, solid head blows. But you're talking about 6 or 7 young ass.
It was 6 guys. What's the rule? What's the rule on the everybody out there? Y'all from the hood? I'm not. I know Black Dragons now. You being chased by 3 or 4 or 5 people. Let's just say 6 people. You being chased by a bunch of them. You in front of them. They're catching up. There's going to be one that's going to be faster than the rest of them. That's going to get
Being chased. Come on, bro. How's a 60-year-old going to be chased? You can't run at 60. You ain't got no hands. You ain't got no knees.
I can run.
Yeah, you're running versus they're running. You look like a damn.
No, you said you can't run at 60.
You
I
can't
can run.
You're not outrunning no teenagers, bro.
Oh,
Not like James Bond. You get
now you get
one out, one at a time.
You don't win.
Man,
I
stop
didn't say I was Flash Gordon. I just said
You're not running. It's not happening.
You're not letting me finish, man.
Yeah, because there's nothing to
You're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish.
Go ahead.
So it's gonna be one. That's gonna one. I ain't saying they all ain't gonna jump on you.
Like I said, you might get 1 or 2.
Right. And what you do? What are you gonna do to the first one?
I'm gonna take his head clean the F off.
Watch this. That's what you're gonna do. Self-defense. If you got multiple attackers, the first person you put your hands on, you kill. Eliminate.
Yes.
I didn't say kill. You have to eliminate them. That they cannot no
I
longer
said kill.
That's you. I'm not gonna say it. But you have to remove that person as a threat.
Well, what does eliminate mean?
You have to remove that person as a threat.
K. Wayne said use the quivering palm on him.
Right.
Oh my goodness. It's called the sand palm, not the quivering palm. It's hard to carry legally in California, but some carry anyway. Parents need to step in before kids jump the wrong dude. Yeah, there are people that do carry. Fed up with your idiocy. Your idiocy sounds like one of those people. That probably is. To hell with those rules. Pneumatics aren't regulated, no license needed, and they're quiet. What is a pneumatic?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what a pneumatic firearm is. What is a pneumatic? How do you even spell pneumatic? It's spelled some kind of real way. What is a pneumatic firearm? A pneumatic firearm uses compressed air to propel a projectile, such as a pellet or a BB.
Oh, it's like a BB gun.
It's a BB gun or a pellet gun.
CO2. CO2 air gun. There it is. JB4K1 said air
It's
pistol.
an air pistol.
Yeah.
Do they have air pistols that shoot bullets?
No, you don't need one. You don't need it to shoot bullets. What did I tell you I was going to get from a ranch? I'm getting a 9mm high velocity air rifle.
No air pistols.
And that right there will put somebody down, bro.
No, air pistols do not shoot bullets. They shoot small metallic projectiles like lead or steel shots called BBs or Diablo-shaped pellets. In some cases, air pistols can also fire cylindroconodial
slugs.
Cylindroconodial projectiles.
Say slugs. All slugs.
I don't know how to say conoidal.
I said say slugs.
Called slugs, which are becoming more popular. Pellets there. Okay, so he says pneumatic. I guess you don't have to have a license for. I guess if you shot a guy between the eyes with a pneumatic, he'd leave you the hell alone.
It depends, and it depends on how powerful that air rifle. You could kill him.
You might. I guess you probably could if you pumped it enough times.
It's CO2.
Oh, the CO2. I don't know if they shoot hard enough to.
Yes, they do.
Check the Humerex Hammer 45. They got a 45. One of them things.
CO2. Yes, man. Black Dragon doesn't know, y'all. We have to. That's why we on here to help him out.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. We're in Georgia. We don't need those. I could have a real 45.
Well, yeah, understandable.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Look at that, bro. These must be. That looks like that 50 caliber thing. Well, yeah.
And that barrel right there is a CO2. I believe that one right up under the sight. I believe.
Right here.
With that barrel.
Oh, that. Oh my God, that's huge. That is freaking huge. Yeah, I get that.
It's putting some pressure behind your projectile.
Well, if you pop out with one of these on their ass, dun dun dun. Yeah, that's nice. How do you carry this around? Jeez, what are you carrying? A big old overcoat? Like that thing is huge for real, bro. Jesus, that's as big as a real gun.
And you ain't gonna hear nothing but.
Oh, look, they got pistol ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
that's a real pistol.
Is it?
That looked like a real pistol.
All right. Well,
yeah, that looked like a real thing.
Yeah, man. So anyway, these kids, bro. I'll drop your kid. Your kid better not surround me, especially if I have my sword cane. If I've got my sword cane, I'm chopping them up like liver. Period, bro. I'm not fixing to be stomped in the head and 18 stitches of staples in the back of my head and all that old crazy shit, bro. Your kid doesn't know how to behave. But we're in Georgia. We don't see that a lot here because people in Georgia be carrying. People in Florida's worse. Florida's worse than Georgia. You remember Florida's the place where a guy saw 2 immigrants breaking into his friend's house, called the police and said, there are 2 guys breaking into my neighbor's house. I'm going to go kill them. And the police said, no, we don't need you to do that. And he walks out with the phone still in his hand and says, you're dead. Bang, bang, and killed them both. And he didn't even get arrested. That's Florida. You remember that? Oh, yeah.
What's the difference between CO2 and air tank? It's CO2 is compressed air. Look it up, K Wayne. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Are you looking it up right now?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's that story, man. These Hermosa Beach kids. I say kids because they're teenagers, but they're doing man shit. If you're doing man shit, teenagers can die. They send teenagers to war all the time. 17, 18-year-old guys out there in Iraq and Iran and Vietnam and before that, So, when you put yourself up there, it can happen. Locals say that the group targets people at random, surrounding them in a circle before harassing or assaulting them. Well, you would get killed on your e-bike, laying on the ground, wondering, why did I F with that old dragon? They believe that the teens are being protected because they're minors. The lady said it was pervasive. Anyway, I hope that guy turns out okay. HPT officers are currently working on another press release on the incident. They need to find those guys and put their asses in jail.
Yeah. No, so K-Wayne, I looked it up, and that handgun might have been a air a CO2. I can see it. I see it where they put the CO2 in the back of the handle, but the difference between the CO2 is 800 psi. Air tank compressed air tanks are 3,000 to 4,500 psi.
Oh, that can probably kill you.
I had to put you down, Doc.
Oh, shoot.
It'll hurt. Pray for you and pray for your family.
Yeah, it'll hurt. It'll hurt for real. We grew up with the CO2s because we had pellet guns and BB gun fights. Nobody ever got.
So did we up in New York. We had pellet guns, BB gun fights.
Yeah, they were.
I tell you, my friend still got a BB in his leg.
I don't know how I still have eyes. I don't know how we still have eyes. We didn't have any safety protection gear. Parents of those days were just derelict, man. Go out and play and take those BB guns with you.
Man, I had BB guns up under the steps of my porch.
Yeah.
You came up to me, and if I get to my steps, if I got to my block, it's a wrap for you.
Look, man, we had whole wars. There were two empty houses across the street from each other, and we were sticking out the windows, shooting at each other like cowboys and Indians. I don't know how we all still have eyes.
Eyes.
I don't know. I grew up in the country, and we did some country shit. and I lost a few friends coming up from dumb shit that we did. Like jump into a whirlpool and go underneath the bridge and pop up on the other side. Stupid shit like that. That you only do in the country.
We did crazy stuff when we were kids. Somebody told me, I was talking to a friend of mine when I was watching these kids around here. They doing all kinds. They said, "No, leave them kids alone. That's what would you have been doing if you was their age?" I said, "Probably the same thing."
Probably the same thing.
Same thing. Next story.
Oh, listen, everybody. We need you guys. First of all, likes are free. Please like this channel. The number one metric in all YouTube as to whether a channel is doing good or not are the likes. So please hit us with the likes. Also, donate to us, man. We could use the help with the donations, man. Don't be afraid to donate some freaking money. You know what I mean?
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking money.
I always have fun when I do that. Thank you, Mike Ball, for that beautiful thing there. But we could absolutely use your donations and subscriptions. Please subscribe to the channel. We would absolutely appreciate that if you did. When you do, we absolutely need your support on that. Okay, so like, share, and subscribe.
You can't hear me. I said, so all that time that was you saying donate? I didn't know that. I thought that was a recording.
That is a recording.
Oh, because I just saw you saying it.
No, this part.
That part right there. Yeah. I thought that was part of the recording as well.
No, that was me.
I just noticed. I'm like, oh, he's saying that.
No, that. Yeah, that's.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing with all my.
Yeah, you got some. You got all that same stuff. You got all that right there. The same stuff. Yeah, get to know your board, man. It cost a lot of money, that board. Anyway, next story. Here we go. Noise cameras are coming for loud exhausts. So here's the camera. This must be the noise thing. That really does suck. Black Dragon, check out Patriot air guns. This is what my wife carries and uses alternating pepper and steel balls in the mag. Looks like 100% like a real SIG. Wow.
Yeah, that's what my my Sentry gun that I'm gonna be putting on the property.
Find that gun right there for us so we can see what it looks like.
What is it called?
It's called the Patriot air gun. The one that looks like a SIG. It alternates. She has alternating rounds, pepper balls, and steel balls. She might not kill you, but she don't put a hurt on your ass. And that's what you know. That's what you should. There are a lot of women who there are a lot of people who can't kill somebody. And one of the biggest ways that women get hurt, a lot of people, not just women, is they get the gun taken from them because the guy figures out you don't have the ball.
That's what this is. That look like a SIG. Look like more like a SIG. I mean, it looked like a doggone.
Show it to us.
Machine gun.
Show it to us. Let us see it real quick.
Yo, I want a picture. Hold on a second. It's a video. I want to see a picture.
So this is a good way to carry for somebody who doesn't feel like they can kill somebody. They don't. You don't have to worry about killing them. So if you don't think you can kill somebody, carry this. Then you can. Well, it's less lethal. It's not and completely 100% not lethal, but it's less lethal. Anyway, we'll get to this story here. What riders need to know? What? Yeah, I'm ready.
This must be it. Patriot air guns must be a brand because I got all kinds of different ones.
Will you show the thing?
I'm showing it. I am showing.
Oh,
right there.
No, there's got to be a pistol one. He said it looks like a SIG.
Because when I put in Patriot air gun, this is what came up. Patriot air guns.
Put the Patriot air gun pistol. Man, do I have to do I got to do everything, man. Pistol. There we go.
Look at this sucker. You gotta get demonetized showing this online, aren't you?
No, you just can't show a real one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not show anymore, just in case.
Okay, see,
those aren't real. Those are air guns. Those aren't. Yeah, I don't know the rules, so let's not show anymore.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's an M30 Patriot air gun. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, those are there. Anyway, loud exhausts. This is the camera. This is the exhaust system. Why this matters to riders right now. Across the country, cities and states are turning to automated noise camera enforcement to crack down on excessively loud vehicles. Motorcycles are squarely in the spotlight, sometimes fairly, sometimes not. Whether you run stock or aftermarket, it is important to understand how these systems work, where they're popping up, how they intersect with existing laws, and how the motorcycle community can push for fair, accurate, and balanced enforcement that respects riders' rights. You know, motorcycles have been going through this since 1903. Since 1903, when motorcycles first came out, we have always caught the brunt of these kinds of laws. You'll read about that in my book, Motorcycle Club Protocol 101, available on Amazon, Kindle, and at blackdragonsgear.com. What are noise cameras? The tech in plain English. Noise cameras combine a calibrated microphone array that is sound activated with camera enforcement and an automated license plate reader. So you got a microphone array, you got a camera activated by this microphone array, and a license plate reader system all together. When this system detects sound above a set decibel threshold, it captures short video and a plate image. The footage is reviewed by an agency, often environmental or transportation agency, there before a warning or a citation goes out by mail. Thresholds, tolerances, and penalties are set by local or state police. That's why motorcyclists are hiding their license plates these days. These cameras are typically mounted on poles or on busy corridors where residents report frequent vehicle noise. New York City has the most mature program, that's where you're from, launched as a pilot and now expanding following strong political pressure around quality of life noise complaints. Other jurisdictions have explored or piloted similar systems, and interest is growing. If your city, council, or state legislator is fielding noise complaints, noise cameras may be on their agenda next session. The legal landscape, stock modified, and what's actually illegal. Federal rules you should know. The Clean Air Act's anti-tampering provisions prohibit removing or rendering inoperative emissions controls. Many OEM motorcycle mufflers carry a label indicating they meet federal standards, and removing or altering those systems can violate federal law, even if your bike passes an informal sound check. The EPA also sets federal noise emission standards for motorcycles and requires compliance labeling on OEM components. While those federal noise regs are older, the labeling and anti-tampering framework still matter when you're asked to prove that your exhaust is compliant.
Can I read what I just wrote? What I just looked up? The noise ordinances for here in Fort Worth and Dallas.
Uh-huh.
So in Fort Worth, next to the regulations, residential zones from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. The max is 70 dBA. Residential zones from at night from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. is 60 dBA. Non-residence mixed-use noise, non-industrial daytime is 80 dBA. At nighttime is 70 dBA. I looked up my pipes.
Yeah.
I don't live in Fort Worth because I couldn't find Dallas. My pipes are at idle. It says they gave me the wrong one. Is idle is 89 dBs. And it can get up to 100 dBs.
Bro, you ain't even nowhere close.
I ain't nowhere close. But when I come to my neighborhood, I don't hit the. I know my pipe gets loud.
I don't give a damn.
No, when I come into my neighborhood, I'll speed and then I'll slow down before I really get into where the homes are, and I darn near coast to my house.
Okay.
And then of course I give it a little bit, but I'm not in the neighborhood. I understand noise. I understand.
What do you do when you start up? There's nothing you can do about that.
Start up in my garage.
Oh.
I start up in my garage, coast out to my driveway, and then I'll stop if the first lady's getting on, she'll get on right there, and then when we go, we gone. I mean, I'm not too far from the exit of my community, then I'm gone.
Somebody still is going to be complaining for that block you ride on the gas.
Man, with all these little kids around here riding these little go-karts and little dirt bike all night long. There's a little kid riding a dirt bike last night when I did my cardio. It gets dark out here. And he had no lights on that little dirt bike. He had his helmet and everything on, but he had no lights. I said, man, and the way these cars run these stop signs, this dude will get hit, bro.
Yeah.
I know you having fun on your little dirt bike, but
yeah. State and local sound limits vary. States set up their own road sound limits and test methods. California, for example, ties motorcycle sound limits to model year with enforcement sections in the vehicle code. Other states reference specific decibel caps, like you were just saying, at given speeds or RPMs. And some allow officers to use a reasonable person standard if if a meter isn't available. So that's all subjective. There's also a well-known industry recommended practice, SAE J2825, for roadside motorcycle sound testing. It lays out microphone placement, RPM protocols, and environmental conditions to reduce false readings and disputes. While not law in most places, it's credible. It's a credible, repeatable method that many agencies and rider groups point to when debating how fairly to measure motorcycle sound. Why riders are concerned about noise cameras? Accuracy and due process. Riders worry about false positives, gear changes on a steep grade, a sudden throttle blip, a car or truck next to you tripping the microphone while your plate gets captured, or a gust of wind reflecting sound. If an automated system can't reliably isolate your bike from other sources, the risk of unfair tickets rises. Motorcycles can also be penalized disproportionately if thresholds are set without considering how smaller engines make sound differently than passenger cars. Transparency, calibration, and context. Verification. Who reviews the footage and how is the actual vehicle identified as the source? Calibration. How often are microphones calibrated and are logs available to the public? context? Are tickets based on a single spike or a sustained exceedance? Are grades, tunnels, and reflective surfaces accounted for? Wow, there's a whole lot to consider. Privacy and data retention. Are any programs using your license plate reader system raise questions about data collection? Like, why should it be collected where you are and where you going? Why should that be collected and stored anywhere? What is the retention? What third parties is this shared with? Is it accessed by law enforcement? Like, is this unfair search and seizure? That they can say, well, we wonder if he was here at this point at that time. It might be recorded somewhere. Rider groups often support targeted noise enforcement, but they also push for strict limits on where the data goes, how long it's stored, who has access to it, et cetera, et cetera. What can you do right now and make sure your bike is truly compliant, which yours isn't? Check your exhaust for OEM or certified labeling. Keep documentation for aftermarket systems that meet applicable standards. Inspect for leaks. A tiny leak at a joint can significantly increase perceived noise levels. If you run aftermarket system, confirm it includes a compliant baffle or DB killer when required. Track-only systems can get you in trouble on public roads. So racetrack-only systems can get you in trouble when you're on a public road. That's getting ready to go away, bros. Carrier proof. Keep a photo of your compliance label and product documentation on your phone or tucked in your tool roll. If you get a mail citation, you'll want to respond quickly with clear evidence that your system is legal and intact. Know your local limits and test protocol. Look up your state's motorcycle sound standard like you just did, and whether it represents a specific test like SAE J2825. If your city deploys noise cameras, ask your council member or agency for the written thresholds, calibration schedule, and appeal process. If they can't provide that, that's an advocacy opportunity. Be strategic about your routes and times, like you just said you do. Early morning and late night runs through dense residential corridors are likely to draw attention. If you commute or ride group in a watch-listed corridor, smooth throttle, timely upshifts, and steady speeds reduce chances of triggering spikes, even on a compliant bike.
That's just being responsible and respectable in your community.
Challenge bad tickets respectfully. Request the calibration records for the date, time of the alleged violation. Ask for the full audio or video clip to verify your bike is actually the source. Submit clear photos of your exhaust labeling and sworn statement that your emission sounds equipment is intact. If your jurisdiction recognizes SAE J2825, request or present a compliant roadside test from a qualified shop. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Community advocacy, shaping fair rules instead of fighting them later. Reasonable policy guardrails to push for. Publish the decibel threshold, microphone placement, and calibration schedule. Require human review of each event and allow full evidence disclosure upon request. Set thresholds that reflect real-world riding, not lab conditions. Use SAE J2825 or comparable validated methods for contested cases. Start with warnings and education and escalate for repeat offenders. Include motorcyclist representatives on advisory committees. This is the things you should be asking your community to do if they're considering this. Adopt strict ALPR data minimization, retention limits, and public transparency reports. Add sunset clauses and independent evaluations before permanent deployment. Very interesting. Most residents don't hate motorcycles. Yes, they do. But they do hate window rattling blasts at 2 a.m. Lead with shared goals.
That and not just the pipes, music.
Oh,
Turn your music off when you come in the neighborhood.
that is true.
Not turn it off, but turn it down.
Maybe you should turn it off. You don't need it. You don't need the trouble.
Somebody said, never buzz your own community, only others.
That's what people do to people's motorcycle clubs too. Their clubhouses. Never buzz your own clubhouse, so the neighbors come kick your ass out. Just go buzz everybody else's neighborhood. Illinois is a biker-friendly state. A bait will not have that here. Thank God. I hope so, Big Hooch. Safety corner. Loud isn't safety strategy. There's no solid evidence that loud pipes save lives. That loud pipes alone meaningfully improve how drivers ahead detect you. Yeah, well,
Why
there's
would they
no
say
proof
that?
that
I
it
mean, why
doesn't
would they
either.
say that? But why would they say that? Because they know bikers say that. So they have to come out. Well, scientific proof doesn't whatever.
Common sense lets me know if I'm heard and not seen. At least I'm heard if I'm not seen. Proven conspicuity tactics include high visibility
Read
gear.
this whole article. I'll be right back.
Proven
get you another
conspiracy
cup of
tactics include a high visibility gear, strategic lane positioning, using your horn when needed, and maintaining a dynamic safety bubble in traffic. More so do we need this than loud pipes. Those strategies work day in and day out without painting a target on motorcyclists. Bottom line, noise cameras are likely to spread. If we sit it out, rules will be written without us. If we show up organized, informed, and respectful, we can steer programs toward accuracy, fairness, and real community benefit while protecting riders who play by the rules. Bring your club, your shop, your city council member into the same conversation. That's how we keep the ride strong and the community on our side. MacGyver, F my neighbor. Who the F says whatever to science? Your name is wrong, Logic. I wish somebody would say something to me about my bike and my music. MacGyver, you've become a 1%er now. I guess nobody's going to say anything to you. Stuart, yo, yeah, it's right. The marathon gas. It was, okay, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, it's right. At the marathon gas station at Flagler Beach, as you turn into downtown from the beach, it was out there after they started enforcing car stereo noise ordinances. Yeah, man. They're coming after us, bro. They're coming after us full speed, bro. I believe, let me see, do I have another story? Or is that what we had for the day? I wanted to, yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. How long have we been on? 47 minutes? I wanted to, briefly mention, and we don't normally have, cop stories particularly, but, this deputy was killed, as they were trying to, a deputy was killed, a locksmith and a second deputy were shot, hurt during this. They were going to go put a man out of his house. She was killed. Deputy Terry Mashkow, 47 years old, who's been with the sheriff's office for 25 years, was killed. One deputy was killed. A second deputy and a locksmith were wounded after a man who was being evicted from his mother's home opened fire on them in Indian River County on Friday, authorities said. I tell you something, man. You got an old-ass dude living at home with his mama, and you're getting ready to snatch his umbilical cord from his ass. That's a good way to know that you should be prepared for some bullshit when you go over there. The incident began when 3 deputies and a locksmith were evicting the man from his mother's home in Bermuda Club, gated community north of Vero Beach. So they had the means to take care of their old-ass son. This is in Indian River County. Sheriff Eric Flowers said the deputies and the locksmith were in the home's entryway when the 37-year-old old-ass kid, the 37-year-old, decides to suddenly open fire. And Deputy Terry Sweeting Mashkow, 47 years old, who's been with the sheriff's office for 25 years, was killed by this old-ass kid, man, who didn't want to leave his mama's home. They were tired of his ass and trying to get him out of there. Bro, you've been sucking on the breast too long, my bro. You got to go. They called the cops over there. They even had a locksmith over there to change the locks. You got to go, and we're changing the locks right now. It's time for you to get out and on your own. Oh, shit. And he goes ham. and kills a deputy and shoots another deputy and shoots the locksmith and just showed his ass. I'm absolutely heartbroken. I've worked my entire career with Terry, as have pretty much everybody else at the agency. Flowers said having to call her mom today, having to let her husband know, absolutely the worst part of being a law enforcement leader. I can't even imagine that phone call. I can't imagine that phone call. How tough it would be. The reason I say I can't imagine it, I've had to actually make it. I've had people in the Black Sabbath under me killed, and I've had to make that call. But so I guess I can't imagine it. I can tell you that our team will feel this forever. Terry was an amazing deputy. She had a beautiful heart, and she will be missed. The second deputy, Florentino, whom they call Tino, Arisp, was shot in the shoulder. The locksmith was also shot, and the sergeant who was there wasn't injured. The locksmith, whose name wasn't released, was undergoing surgery in critical condition while Arisp was recovering at the hospital. Flowers said they'd received 7 calls to that residence just this month, almost all from Halberstam's mother, whom he was probably abusing. Halberstam had been recently fired from his job, of course, and had been posting negative items about the sheriff's office on Facebook. It was just time for him to go. I don't know why they didn't go over in SWAT gear. The Flower said this. This is not someone, Flower said that he had been recently fired from his job and been posting negative items about the sheriff's department on Facebook. This is not someone who was on our radar. I don't know why. This is not somebody that we were actively engaged with, Flower said. This was a standard call for service that is an everyday call, the eviction, the regular duties that our department bravely does. Our deputies does that every day, in and out. They go put mofos out on the street all the time. Mascow had started as a dispatcher, worked in patrol for 20 years, and in 2023, she joined the legal process civil unit. That must be the people who go and carry out those evictions. Flower said it was the second line of duty death in 100-year history of the sheriff's office. They've only had 2 officers killed. That story, I just found that just completely sad that woman would be killed by somebody's idiot son. And I was just seeing a video earlier today about a man that couldn't make it, and his ex took him back in the house, and because none of his family, if none of your family will take you in, you ain't worth a shit. Don't deal with somebody whose family won't mess with them. And there was this girl I used to date named Barsima. It wasn't even a real name. I can never forget the day I went to meet her mom. Her mom said, "Oh, you're dealing with this funky bitch? You'll be sorry." That, my friends, is an indicator. If your mama calls you a funky bitch, oh my God. If her mama called her that, I should have turned and ran. But I didn't. I didn't run. And man, she did a brother bad, man. It was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. So if somebody's whole family won't mess with them, run.
I'm gonna have to remove this off my other. I don't know what I was thinking.
Run.
That's what you do. You run. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's all our stories for today.
That's all the stories? We have 53 minutes.
Huh?
We have 53 minutes. What are you doing for
I
Thanksgiving?
mean, what am I doing for Thanksgiving?
Have a biker Thanksgiving? Are you gonna go down to the Dragon's Lair, open it all up, and have people come and?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll have, because people will be in town and they'll be tired of their family after a couple days, and they'll want to go do something.
Say, check your messages.
Which messages? Who said that?
Mondogato.
Oh, Mondogato.
Wherever he sent the last one to, send it. Check it.
Let me see here. Oh shit. You just reminded me. I need to send Tia some money right now. Dang.
See, I have. Let's let everybody know. I have two Facebook. I have 3 Facebook channels, and years ago I had to start separating them because of ideologies, and I'm trying not to offend people. I have this Facebook channel that I'm on. This is my motorcycle channel, and 99% of these people are not on my other channel. It's just my regular page channels where my people from my hometown are there, and a lot of church people are there. Then I have the Holy Fist channel, all martial arts. So I made a mistake and I shared this our podcast on my other channel. And the moment Black Dragon cussed, I got an inbox. The moment I said, y'all didn't hear me? I said, oh, yeah, I got to remove this. The moment he cussed, I got an inbox.
I'm going to stop cursing. I'm going to stop cursing from this day forward.
Oh, because I'm just trying to get a lot of people.
I didn't curse at all. I used to didn't curse at all.
When you was with your other boy, your other partner, you was like, no cussing on the podcast. And you was like adamant. And that, you know what? That's what made me like you.
You don't like me anymore?
I do like you.
Okay, I just want to be liked. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for the message. Okay, I'm gonna stop cursing.
And you sending money to Tia.
I just sent her money. Let's see. What did he send us? New crime at Fort Worth police. Oh, Fort Worth. Hold on. Let's look at this. Let me pull this up on my computer. He sent a link. Motogato be sending us stuff, bro. We can't hate on Motogato. He be sending stuff.
Who's hating on Motogato?
I didn't.
Nobody's hating on Motogato.
Fort Worth police officer accused of going over 100 miles per hour on a motorcycle, evading arrest. A Fort Worth police officer?
Wow.
Holy moly.
They don't vet police officers like they should. I ain't say like they used to. I said like they should.
Okay, let's turn the sound on and see what's going on here. Action.
North Tarrant Parkway in Keller is a busy stretch with a 40-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Well, I already see the problem.
Off-duty Fort Worth police officer Nathaniel Johnson is accused of driving more than double that. Keller police say they clocked his motorcycle at Roof Snow and North Tarrant Parkway, going over 100 miles per hour in late October. An arrest affidavit says Keller police turned on lights and sirens to pull him over, but he didn't stop. Keller police used flock safety cameras to track down the motorcycle.
I told you.
They discovered it was registered to Johnson, who is now facing a charge of evading arrest, a third-degree felony.
Damn.
Fort Worth police say Johnson turned himself in last week. He's been with the department since 2021, assigned to the Patrol Bureau. The arrest affidavit says Johnson was convicted of speeding in 2023 and convicted of speeding in a school zone in 2017.
The Fort Worth Police Department would not sit down with us for an on-camera interview.
Why not?
They say it's because it involves a legal matter. But a spokesperson did say that Johnson has been placed on restricted duty. That means
he still got a job?
Uniform capacity, his gun, and his
restricted duty.
He still got a job.
That?
Look, first of all, Keller, that little small area, they don't play. Your behind go 5 miles over the speed limit. They probably go pull you over.
Not if you're. I guess he knew the system.
He's doing 100 miles an hour in Keller, in the city, and he's still a cop. He has a third degree. This is a third degree. If he gets convicted, third degree felony.
He's restricted duty. I guess he doesn't get to wear a badge and a gun. Let's see what's going on with him here.
That
a non-uniform capacity, his gun and his badge have been taken as police start an internal administrative investigation. In Fort Worth, I'm Brittany Costello.
Oh, okay. No badge, no gun.
Need to internally investigate?
No badge, no gun, no uniform.
What do they need to internally investigate? What is there to investigate? The flock camera did all the investigation.
This is the third violation. And this one, he tried to run away from his boys.
He did run away from them. They used the cameras to catch him.
That flock camera we've been talking about.
He faces third-degree felony charge of evading arrest. Wow. Really?
Where is your license plate on your bike?
Why is
Where's
running
your
from the
license plate on your
police
bike?
on the bike? It's on the back tilt. On the back.
A lot of y'all. Okay, I have a Road Glide. Watch this. I have a Road Glide Ultra, and I have my toll tags for both my bikes. But I didn't put I got the new toll tag. It's ours is real small and skinny. I didn't put it on the bike yet. So, and I got about $80 in the account, just in case I go through a toll. But I ride the tollway all the time, and I don't get any more pictures or anything. And I'm trying to figure out why. Well, a friend of mine said, well, your license plate, when it goes past that camera on the tollway, I ain't talking about in the streets, they can't see your license plate. Can't take a picture. I said, really? And I went through the tollway over and over again, and I checked my account, did not get a picture at all. And because my license plate, that where Harley put it, is up under my tour pack. And by the time it takes pictures, I'm gone. Yeah.
Good. But if the police feel like you're hiding it.
Well, they did that on my V-Rod. My V-Rod license plate flips. And it was flipped, and the guy, I got pulled over, was riding my daughter on it. And he said, well, I pulled you over because I didn't see your license plate. This is right here in the town where I live in. And I said, that's just right there. He said, oh, well, can I get you driver's license? Make sure you steal the bike, blah, blah, blah. Came back. So he started laughing. He says, so you did that so you can avoid the tolls? And I looked him dead in the eye, Black Dragon, and say, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I said, actually, sir, Harley did that. He said, Harley made a license plate that flips like that. I said, yep, on these bikes. I said, you can look it up on any V-Rod Muscle. I don't know about the other one, the Night Rods specials, but on V-Rod Muscle, I said, I did not change this.
You just press a button and
No, it's like you can just fold it in. You can just, like, you're looking at it, you can fold it out, or you can just push it in. You can see it if you're on the side. But since he was behind me coming through a red light, he didn't see the license plate. So he pulled me over. Then he saw it. As soon as he walked up to the bike, he saw it. But he still wanted to check, they got to do that. I don't care. Here's my ID.
So looking a little deeper into this article, it appears that it was a little bit more than according to Fort Worth police, officers on restricted duty are temporarily assigned to non-uniform positions that don't involve performing essential functions. Their city-issued weapons, badge, and identification card are confiscated. They lose access to the police report and dispatch system. According to Keller's arrest warrant, these damn people trying to sell this stupid, oh my goodness. Anyway, according to the arrest warrant, an officer conducting speed enforcement on North Tarrant Parkway about 8:53 a.m. on October 28th, when the officer observed a black sport motorcycle traveling westbound at more than 100 miles an hour. The officer followed the motorcycle on his police motorcycle without activating his lights and sirens in order to make sure that the subject did not crash out, the affidavit states. When both vehicles stopped at a red light at the intersection of North Tarrant Parkway, so he followed him a long time and then caught up to him at the light. That was real cool. On Rough Snow Drive, the officer then activated his emergency lights. So there's no doubt that you saw me. The motorcyclist initially continued westbound before accelerating past Willis Lane, giving the indication that he was attempting to evade. Carruthers then deactivated his emergency lights and slowed down, but continued following at a distance. So now you think you've lost him. When they get to the intersection of North Tarrant Parkway and South Main Street, now that he's caught up to your stupid butt again, he again activated his lights and sirens and approached the motorcycle, which was now stopped at a red light, according to the arrest affidavit. So this is 2 times he's engaged him. At that point, the motorcyclist turned southbound on U.S. Highway 377 into Watauga, and the officer did not pursue any further. The affidavit states he wasn't trying to die that night. The rider was described as a white man wearing a black helmet and a green shirt. Keller police detectives later reviewed the body camera footage. It's a little different than the flock camera. They said they interviewed the body camera footage and used the license plate reader data to identify the motorcycle. It came back registered to Nathaniel Johnson. I would have went home and reported my motorcycle stolen at that point. According to the arrest affidavit, evading arrest or detention with a vehicle is a third-degree felony in Texas, punishable, oh my God, by 2 to 10 years in prison. What? Really?
Can I answer something, please?
Yeah.
It's two things. K. Wayne said I was self-snitching. Me finding out about what's going on with my road glide and the thing camera can't catch it ain't self-snitching. I'm just talking. And if they come back and say, "Oh, since we saw you on Black Dragon show, so we're gonna go back," that's first of all, y'all have to have found my bike and find me. I can care less. And to the other guy that wants to dog out my V-Rod, talking about my V-Rod is, what he called it, trash? Junk.
I haven't come
That's
to it.
probably offend you, Logic, but a V-Rod is junk. First of all, the V-Rod is probably one of the best motorcycles that Harley ever built. It was the first motorcycle that Harley built that had a liquid-cooled engine. Yes, they did it in conjunction with Porsche. My V-Rod has never had an issue. My Road Glide has. I rode that V-Rod all over this country without an issue. So you might think it's junk, my friend. And I know you say you got Harley guy, but my V-Rod is cold-blooded. Now, I'm off my.
Preacher, you know you have to have thick skin dealing with these comments.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just talk, just banter, man. You know, we don't like the V-Rod. They don't like V-Rod. There's a lot of old school bikers. Old school, when I mean old school,
I remember the V-Rod. I remember it.
Senior guys did not like the V-Rod. And the reason why they did not like the V-Rod is because Harley went into conjunction with Porsche to build the engine.
And the V-Rod was kind of
the only reason why they didn't like the V-Rod.
And it was kind of a race-looking bike, wasn't it?
They bought it the V-Rod was initially designed as a drag bike to go up against the Ducati. Then it was designed for women, but men took a loving to it. They stopped production on the V-Rod because they couldn't sell a lot of them in the United States. The biggest market for the V-Rod muscle was overseas.
Yeah, you see these all over Australia.
Yes. That's the biggest market.
You see these all over Australia. What is going on with this?
Cookies, man. You ain't gonna get
I
off
don't want no cookies. I don't want none.
My V-Rod will outrun mostly all the other Harleys. How about that? Sir?
We got to find a different one. I don't want your cookies.
He said, yeah, but it's not a victory.
Yeah, I remember this bike. I remember this. It was always ugly, if you ask me. I mean,
no, that's not the one I got. That's a V-Rod Night Rod Special. I got the V-Rod Muscle.
Is that this one?
This the one V-Rod Muscle got. Well, that's modified. V-Rod Muscle got it's a dual.
Here it is. V-Rod Muscle. That's what you have?
Modified. That's modified, bro. You looking at the modified bikes?
I was gonna say that looks nice as hell. Well, which one do you have? Is this it?
Well, these are all modified bikes. Mine is like that, but my pipes don't look like that. And I showed you a picture of my motorcycle. Did I not?
I'm just trying to find one. What are these? Like 1986 or something? What
Mine's in 2014.
24. Oh, they're still making them, kind of.
No, they don't.
Oh.
No, they stopped production around 2017, something like that. 15, 16, 17. I think 17, the last ones they made. And then they tried to come up with some other ugly bike that Harley did. Yeah, I'm a Harley guy too. There's a lot of Harley bikes I can't stand. Here, let me.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I'm gonna pull up a picture of Yael.
V-Rod. Let's see. Find some images. Do you see any it up here on any of these?
No, no. That one, right? No, all those are modified. I mean, you can look at the modified ones, but that's it. That right there. Bottom left. Go over to the left. That's a standard muscle, right?
That's the one
no, up, man. No. Go back. Go back.
You said bottom left.
It opened up another screen right there. Oh, go. Don't click on that right there.
This one.
That's the standard. Yes, that's the standard muscle. That's what it looks like when you buy it.
What?
Without the backrest. You don't get a backrest. Right there to the right, you don't get that backrest. That backrest is extra.
Okay.
Let me open up Yael.
It's still, it doesn't look bad. It's not a bad looking motorcycle.
The muscle is cold-blooded. Where's Yael at? That's Deborah. That's Deborah. That's Deborah.
Okay, this is it here. Oh, look at that. Okay. That's an interesting looking motorcycle. I wouldn't mind it. Is it fast?
Yes. Extremely fast. When I put it this way, I put a stage 1 on it, and I was gonna go to stage 2. The guy said, "Do you plan on racing?" I said, "No." He said, "Don't waste your money." He said, "The bike's already fast." That looks almost like mine.
You got this right now.
Yes, here.
Okay.
Share my picture.
So when I go to Dallas, I'll have something to ride.
And you can get on my V-Rod. Go ahead. Open up. Open up.
Why wouldn't I
Mine
be
looks
able
just
to
like
get
that. Open up the picture. I changed things around. That's mine.
Oh yeah, that's nice looking.
I put that D&D pipe on it. I got that where my helmet
Zoom
is.
in on it so we can see it.
That's a custom sissy bar. Sissy pole, sissy bar. Oops.
That's nice. Okay.
Can't zoom in. Yeah.
You think you can beat the victory?
Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah.
You can dump the clutch wide open in first gear and it won't wheelie. V-Rod and Panamera are the only HDs that ever kept up with sport bikes. HD's truest hater, then because they are full liquid cool. None of the rest were. Oh, so
the first V-Rod was the first liquid cooled bike that Harley made.
I bet there was.
I rode in a benefit ride, and it was number of sport bikes. And when we pulled over, the guy says, "Man, I thought you had a Harley." I said, "I do got a Harley." He said, "That ain't no Harley." He said, "You kept up with us." I said, "I know I did."
John, you say have thick skin. I brought the 48 Sports. Yeah, but would it beat the V Max though?
What the heck is a V Max?
That was wasn't that the Yamaha? What was that thing called?
Is that the one that got the big Boss Hog engine in it, V8 engine in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at this. V Max versus V Rod. Look at that right there. I typed in V Max.
I don't see it. I just see Google page.
V Max versus V Rod. Here we go. I was wondering. The Yamaha V Max and Harley Davidson V Rod are both muscle cruisers with similar concepts but differ significantly in engine size and configuration.
Mm-hmm.
The V Max, with its larger, more powerful V4 engine, generally produces more horsepower and torque, making it a hard-hitting cruiser, especially in acceleration, while the V Rod is known for its unique liquid-cooled 60-degree V-twin engine and modern performance-oriented design. I figured they both came out about the same time. The V Rod is often highlighted for its custom drag bike aesthetic, while the V Max is recognized for its raw, large-scale power delivery. Yeah. Okay, so it don't hold up to the V Max. I didn't think it did. But it looks like they were both built for similar kinds of things. All right. Harley Sportsters. Okay, V-Rod.
Like, are you gonna sell that V-Rod? I said, what for? They don't sell them anymore. They gotta be vintage bikes. Why would I get rid of my V-Rod?
It looks like a nice bike, man.
It is, and it's fun to ride, man. It's extremely fun to ride. I forget how
race bike Harley. I didn't even know they.
It's a drag bike. They built it to fight, to race against the Ducati. They didn't have no match for Ducati.
Ducati didn't nothing like that. That's a straight And that's a straight track bike. That's not a Ducati you take up in the mountains and put your knees
No,
down.
not their drag bike. Ducati makes more than one type of bike, man. Ducati is a bad bike, man, on the track.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I rode one in the movie Biker Boys.
Then the Yamaha M103, they that was a V-Rod competitor.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
103 or 109? I never heard of the
109. Maybe it's 109.
109. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
How comfortable is it for long distance? Motogato, what I did, let me tell you. Everybody asked this question too, because I didn't change the seat out. That V-Rod y'all saw without that sissy bar, my wife and I rode that bike from here, Dallas, to Key West, from Key West all the way up to Maine, across New Hampshire, Vermont, and all that, up into upstate New York and back. The ride was, my wife, if she was in here, she'll say it, she was extremely comfortable as a second passenger on that V-Rod. And the only thing that was uncomfortable about it, because I didn't know at the time, is my hand. The V-Rod came with a throttle lock. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, so you didn't know how to use it. It's just there.
Right. So I'm on the throttle that whole time.
Yeah.
My back didn't get sore. My legs were okay. Because I had it stretched. And I had stirrups. I changed the pegs and made them stirrups to give me like a floorboard feel. It was okay to me, very comfortable. Now, the only thing, since I did not know about the wind, you know, people say, man, you crazy because the wind's beating on you. I didn't know any difference because I never rode a bigger bike. Mm-hmm. Once I got back and I bought the Road Glide, then I understood the difference.
Night and day, right?
Night and freaking
if you
day.
don't know, you can't miss it, right?
Exactly. So yeah, I rode that bike all over this country. I did most of my cross country rides was on the V-Rod. I did half the country on the V-Rod. When I got the Road Glide, I just retraced myself. Only place I haven't been yet is California. Yeah. So when people came back, Harley Davidson, you took this bike cross country. It's not meant to go cross country. I said, what do you mean? It's not meant to go cross country.
We ride these things, bro. We ride them.
Exactly.
Okay. Great stories today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to get out of here?
I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go.
Anyway, folks, we'll see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Appreciate you all for tuning in and joining in. Let me get the preacher some music to get him out of here. And action.
All right, y'all. Hey, we're coming up to Turkey Day, Family Day, what day you want to call it. Just give thanks. I'm probably going to say this again tomorrow. But anyway, just give thanks. And when you out there riding, no matter what you ride, no matter if you're on a Harley, Goldwing, whatever, ride hard, ride safe, and always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
Hey, man, it's your boy Black Dragon. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, great afternoon. Get ready for your traveling. Be safe. Get all your stuff together. And, hey, remember this, man. Look, you only get to see your family once a year. And there's some of them you don't like. Be ready for it. Just put your patience on, man. It's only like 16, 18 hours, 24 hours. It ain't a long time. Sit in there, get your headphones and stuff. And, if you don't like them or whatever, man, just chill. You don't need to argue and scream and fuss and fight at the family dinner, bro. You know what I mean? Go chill, have a good time. If you need to, go sit out in your car, whatever the case may be, but enjoy your family because you'll be blessed to have them for as long as they may survive on this planet. It's worse when they ain't here. All right? That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. Peace.